a legendary product
This is
line
the same
that
brain
many
found in
feared
the
had been
flagship
permanently
Sony A1
discontinued.
II.
At its core,
It doesn't
this
just recognize
device is
faces,
an
it
exercise in
recognizes human
extreme
poses,
engineering,
insects, cars,
shoehorning the
trains,
flagship
and even
capabilities of a
airplanes.
$6,000 professional studio
because
camera
we're uncovering
into a
details that
magnesium
Sony didn't
alloy
even mention
chassis
in the
that
press
can
release.
genuinely be carried in a jacket
For years,
pocket.
the Sony
The centerpiece of
RX1R
this
II,
achievement is the
and finally,
61
after a
megapixel
decade of
Exmor,
waiting,
our
the RX1R III
back-illuminated
is here to
full-frame
reclaim the
sensor,
throne.
the same powerhouse
Let's
found
start
in
with
the
the heart
Sony
of the
Alpha
machine.
7 RV.
Sony
This sensor
didn't hold
provides
back.
a staggering resolution
They've integrated this makes the camera feel much more rugged.
6336 pixels,
But here is the
which
kicker,
serves a
the
dual
rear
purpose.
screen.
It captures
It's a beautiful
breathtaking
3-inch
detail for large-scale prints.
This is the same
and provides
brain
the
found in
digital
the flagship
overhead
Sony
necessary
A1
for the
II.
camera's unique step
It doesn't
prop
just
functionality.
recognize faces,
Because the
it
camera
recognizes
uses a
human
fixed
poses,
35
insects, cars,
millimeters
trains,
lens.
and even
the high
airplanes.
pixel count allows
For
users
Zeiss
to
Sonnar
crop into
T-Star
50
35
mm
f2.
or 70 mm equivalent
Now,
fields
some
of
critics
view
might
while
ask
still
why they
maintaining
didn't give us
professional-grade
f1.4.
resolutions of
The answer is simple.
29.4 and
SA was a cult
15.1
classic.
megapixels, respectively.
It was the only way
This
to get a
effectively
full-frame
grants
sensor
the
into something
photographer
that
the
didn't require a
versatility of
dedicated
three-lens
backpack.
prime kit without the bulk of
They've moved
interchangeable
away
glass.
from the pop-up
The choice of
electronic
optics
viewfinder of
is
the Mark
equally
II.
deliberate. Sony
Instead,
opted to
we get a
retain
fixed,
the
corner
Zeiss
lens is
Sonnar
famous for its micro-contrast and that signature Zeiss pop.
f/2 lens.
It features a leaf
decision
shutter,
that prioritized
which means you can sync
compact
your flash at
dimensions
speeds up to
over raw
1/4000th
aperture
of a same
While some
61
enthusiasts may
megapixel
clamor for
Exmor
an
or back-illuminated
f/1.4
sensor found in
lens
the
to
Alpha
rival
7
competitors like the
RV.
Leica Q3,
We're talking
an
about a resolution of
f/1.4
eyes.
optic would have required
By
a lens
keeping the
barrel
f2
nearly
aperture,
double the
Sony
size,
has maintained the
compromising
palm-sized
the
form factor
pocketable
that makes this
ethos
camera
of the
unique.
RX1 series.
This focus
This
that makes
Zeiss
sure you
lens
never
is
miss the
specifically
decisive
tuned
moment.
for the 61 MP
Now,
sensor,
let's talk about the
offering
design,
exceptional
because Sony made
micro-contrast
some
and a
controversial
distinctive
changes
pop
in front of it.
that is characteristic of Zeiss
Sony made a
glass.
bold move here.
Furthermore, the lens
Instead of
features an
redesigning
integrated
the
leaf
lens,
shutter.
they stuck with the
Unlike
legendary.
the focal plane shutters found
For 10
in
years,
most
the world
mirrorless
thought
cameras,
Sony had
the
abandoned
leaf
its
shutter
most
is
legendary
nearly
line
silent
of compacts.
and allows for incredibly
But the
high
wait is
flash
over.
synchronization.
But as the years rolled by, the tech started to feel old. Micro USB ports, sluggish menus,
This makes the
and a
RX1
battery life that barely lasted a morning walk.
Tool for outdoor
Photographers
portraiture,
begged
allowing
Sony for a
photographers
successor.
to overpower the sun with small,
The Sony
portable
RX1R III
flashes
has
without the
finally
need for
arrived, and it's not just an
complex
upgrade,
high-speed
it's a
sync workarounds.
statement.
Powering this optical
Today,
stack
we're
is the
diving deep
Bionz
into why this
XR
tiny beast is
processing
causing a
engine,
massive stir
supplemented
in the
by a
industry.
dedicated
From its
AI
stagger a street
processing
photographer,
unit.
this means
This
the camera
hardware
stays locked
enables
on
a
your
level
subject's
of
eye even
subject
if they turn
recognition
around or walk
previously
behind a lamppost.
unavailable in the compact segment.
It's the kind of set it
Using
and
human
forget it
pose
autofocus in
estimation
the Alps.
technology,
The ability to
camera
crop into your
doesn't
images
just
and
track
still have a
eyes.
26
It
megapixel
understands
file
the
is a
structure
total
of
game
the human
changer.
body. If a subject
But a
turns
sensor
their
is
back
nothing
or
without the
moves
glass
behind
and
an
61
obstacle,
megapixel
the AI
sensor to the
predicts their
AI-powered
movement
brain
to
that
maintain
changes
a lock.
everything.
This intelligence
If you've been
extends
dreaming
to
of the
animals,
ultimate everyday carry,
birds,
stick around.
insects,
The
and
RX1R
various
III is
vehicles,
powered by the
ensuring
latest
that the
Bionz XR engine and,
693
for
phase
the first
detection
time in this
autofocus
series,
points
a
are
dedicated
always
AI
utilized
processing
with
unit.
maximum
Second,
efficiency.
something most professional
This level of
mirrorless cameras
automation
can only
allows
dream
the
of.
photographer to focus
However, the
entirely
real
on
magic
composition
happens in the
and
processing.
timing, trusting the pocket
because we're
A1 to handle
uncovering
the
details
technical
that
rigors
Sony
of
didn't
focus
even
tracking.
mention in the press
Physically,
release.
the RX1
For years,
R3
the Sony
has been
RX1R
redesigned
II,
for the rigors of professional
and finally,
use.
after a decade
Sony
of
moved
waiting,
away from
the
the delicate,
RX1R III is here
motorized
to reclaim the
pop-up
throne.
electronic viewfinder of
Let's
previous
start with
generations
the heart of the
in
machine.
favor of a fixed,
Sony
corner-mounted
didn't
OLED
hold back.
EVF with 2.36
They've integrated this
million
makes the
dots.
camera feel
This
much more
change
rugged.
enhances the structural
But here is the
integrity
kicker,
of the body,
the rear screen.
making it feel more like a
It's a
solid,
beautiful 3-inch Zeiss
monolithic
Sonnar
tool.
T-Star
To further
35mm
manage the intense
f2.
heat generated by the
Now,
high-resolution
some critics
sensor
might ask why
and
they didn't
AI
give us
processing
f1.4.
during continuous shooting
The answer
or
is
video
simple.
recording.
SA was a cult
The rear
classic.
3-inch touchscreen
It was the
is
only
now
way to
fixed
get a
to the
full-frame
body
sensor
rather
into
than
something
tilting.
that didn't
While
require a
this may
dedicated
limit some
backpack.
creative angles, it significantly improves
They've moved
the
away
thermal
from the pop-up
efficiency
electronic
and slimness
viewfinder of the
device.
Mark II.
The ergonomics have been
Instead,
subtly
we get a
refined
fixed,
with a
corner
deeper,
lens is famous
more
for its
tactile
micro-contrast
rubberized
and that
grip
signature
and
Zeiss
recessed styles
pop.
that prevent accidental
It features a
setting
leaf
changes
shutter,
when the
which
camera
means you can
is
sync
pulled
your
from a
flash
bag.
at speeds up
Despite
to
its
1/4000th
identity
of a
as a
same
still
61
first machine,
megapixel
the
Exmor or
RX1R
back-illuminated
III
sensor
is a
found in the
formidable
Alpha
video
7
tool.
RV.
It records 4K
We're talking about a
30p
resolution
10-bit
of eyes.
4:2:2
By keeping the f2
video
aperture,
internally.
Sony has maintained the
from the full
palm-sized
width of a
form factor
61
that makes
MP
this
sensor
camera unique.
to ensure maximum sharpness
This focus that
and
makes
minimal
sure you
noise.
never miss
It
the
includes
decisive
professional
moment.
color science like
Now,
S-Cinetone
let's talk
for
about the
beautiful
design,
skin tone
because
straight
Sony made
out
some
of the camera,
controversial
and
changes in
S-Log
front of it.
3 for maximum
Sony
dynamic
made a bold
range in
move here.
post-production. While the small
Instead
body
of
lacks
redesigning the
internal
lens,
sensor
they stuck with the
stabilization,
legendary
IBIS.
For
Sony
10 years,
compensates
the
for this
world
by
thought
recording
Sony had
high-speed
abandoned its
gyroscope
most
data.
legendary line
This
of compacts.
metadata allows users
But the
to
wait is
apply
over.
highly
But as the years rolled
sophisticated
by, the
electronic
tech started to
stabilization
feel old.
in Sony's Catalyst
Micro
Browse
USB
software,
ports, sluggish
resulting in
menus,
footage
and a
that
battery
looks
life
as
that
though it was
barely
shot
lasted a
on
morning
mechanical
walk.
gimbal. The historical
Photographers
weakness
begged
of the
Sony for a
RX1
successor.
line, battery life, has
The
been
Sony
addressed by
RX1R III
transitioning
has
to the
finally
INPI
arrived, and it's not
FW50
just an
battery.
upgrade, it's
This
a
move
statement.
provides a roughly 50%
Today, we're diving
increase
deep into
in
why this
endurance
tiny
over
beast
the
is
Mark
causing
II,
a massive stir in
allowing
the
for
industry.
approximately
From its
300
stagger, a street
to
photographer,
520
this means the
shots,
camera
depending
stays
on
locked
power
on your
management
subject's
settings.
eye even if
The
they turn
addition
around
of a
or walk
high-speed
behind a
USB-C
lamppost.
port further modernizes
It's the kind of
the
set it
workflow,
and forget it
allowing
Autofocus
for
in
rapid
the Alps,
charging on
the
the
ability
go
to crop
and
into your
high-speed
images
data
and still
transfer.
have a
At its
26 megapixel file is a
$5,099
total
price
game
point,
changer.
the Sony RX1R III
But a sensor is nothing without the
clearly
glassing
positioned as a
61
premium
megapixel
alternative
sensor to the
Leica
AI-powered
Q3.
brain that changes
It weighs
everything.
significantly less
If you've
than
been
the Leica,
dreaming of the ultimate
roughly
everyday carry,
498
stick around.
G versus
The RX1R III is
743
powered
G,
by the latest
making
Bionz
it the
XR
lighter,
engine and,
more
for the first time
technologically
in this
aggressive
series,
choice
a
for the street
dedicated AI
photographer
processing
or world
unit,
traveler
something
who
most
demands
professional
flagship
mirrorless
performance
cameras
in
can
a
only dream
silhouette
of.
that disappears into a
However,
pocket.
the